yesteryear. Now we're concentrating on a famous Afghanistani rabbi. His name was Yosef Gorji Z'tl. He was born in the English year 1869 and passed away in 1937. English year, he was approximately at that point in time about 68 years of age at the time passing. I believe it was on the 6th day of Kislev, or possibly the 5th day of Kislev, according to another opinion, but it was a great rabbi in of itself. And let's explore some of the highlights of the great Chacham's life, because he very much was a great rabbi. So he was born and came from great rabbinic heritage. His mother's name was Rabbanit Shoshana, and his father's name was Chacham Gorji. It's actually interesting. I think we related over a video several months back with in regards to his father in of itself. Very, very great rabbi. And I believe he was born actually on the 6th of Tammuz in English year 1869. At that point in time in Afghanistan, in Herat area in of itself, which we mentioned about on several occasions before. And a lot of the Torah he learned was under his father's auspices, Rabbi Chacham Matitya, very great rabbi who, as we said before, we spoke about him in a separate video, several backs. And at that point in time, in let's say in Herat in of itself, there was a flourishing Jewish community. At that point in time, there was a great Jewish community and largish population of, definitely relative to now, because now there's virtually non-existent. He was become, let's just say, an expert within regards to Torah knowledge, Torah learning in itself. As they say, I'll quote the Hebrew terminology used in the Hayami website. It states, Haya baki b'negla ובנסתר. He knew a lot of the various different sermons of the great rabbis in of himself. He happened to be a proficient Mohel, performing Brit Milahs. He was a Shochet, a kosher slaughterer, a butcher in of himself. He was also a Chazan, a Shliach Tzibur. He was very, very good and expert within regards to being a cantor inside the synagogue. And I believe also he very much worked for a parnasa. I think he worked in trade also, asak b'mischar, as they say, and did very much a huge amount of work. Now, I believe in the year 1903, he actually sought out to make a move to the land of Israel, or to travel there in of itself. And I believe on his way, he would actually pass area in Bukhara, in Uzbekistan, respectively. I think that over there at that point in time, there was a great Jewish community in of itself. And he I believe he came a rabbi on a city, respectively, at that point in time, and would work over there, I believe, for a period, if I'm not mistaken, of approximately 7 years over there. There was a large community, I think, in that place. I think it was called the Marev area, and they begged him to be the rabbi of the city in itself. So saw how popular it was. And it's actually interesting. I think come what the year 1911, I think his father, Rabbi Matitya, had actually moved to the land of Israel. I think Rabbi Yosef Gorji also would emigrate to the land of Israel in itself, and which was a prominent move, especially in the early 1900s. Many people would actually start making aliyah. There was a wave and drove of people, including a lot of great rabbanim, that would actually move to Israel. And he would move, and very much, it's actually interesting, he would go to visit the Kivrin Shel Tzadikim, pray over there, and he was really going to work within regards to different neighborhoods, especially, I believe he was centrality within regards to Uzbekistan, the Bukharian neighborhood in Jerusalem over there, and was working within regards to the congregation in of itself. And he would actually continue working as a, let's just say, a Mohel, that would perform, I believe, Brit Milah over there, and very much while he was in Israel, and was very much doing a lot of hands-on, let's just say, in of itself, great Torah work, and learning a lot, and very much doing a lot, giving huge amounts of drashot, sermons to the great throngs of the public over there, and doing a huge amount of kiruv work. I believe he was also teaching in a school of Torah, especially for the younger children in himself. And he was, I think, primarily at one stage in time, there was a big Persian congregation that was coming into the land in of itself. So he was actually, as a centrality, he was concentrating not just on the Persian community, also on the Bukharian community and the Afghanistani community. Now, I believe on Vav Kislev, it was in the Hebrew year Tafresh Tzadik Zayin, 1937, actually, while he was approximately 68 years of age. I think it happened to be after he topled inside the mikveh and he prayed the Shacharit prayers. He went to the Talmud Torah, and I think while he was learning Torah, if I'm not mistaken, and teaching halacha at that point in time. I believe he passed away at that point in time while his head was really inside the Sfarim and teaching, educating, and learning Torah in of itself. Now, it's actually interesting. He wrote a very Torah colossal work in of itself. I think it was called the Eidut Yosef, a very great, let's say, had great Perushim and Drashot sermons in of itself on the book of Tehillim, Psalms, naturally, as we call in Hebrew. Very, very, very well-learned book among many members of the, let's say, especially the Sephardi community in of itself. Very much I would recommend everyone to look into this book. I think it was published worldwide, especially in Jerusalem. I think it was actually in the year 1926. It was published 11 years before he passed away, if I'm not mistaken. I believe there's a Beit Midrash called the Tiferet Yosef, was established in the Baharian neighborhood in Jerusalem in his memory of the great Rabbi Chacham Yosef Gorji. Very, very great rabbi. So please don't forget to light candles in his memory. The 6th of, I believe it's the 6th of Kislev is his Hilula. Friends, I think we've already covered about maybe half a dozen Afghanistani rabbis inside the series. We've covered around approximately 525 great Sephardi Oriental rabbis of yesteryear. We are a community, friends. We're trying to learn about all the great rabbanim of yesteryear. And if you happen to be related to any of these great rabbis who we are speaking about, please send me an email. I would love to hear more about the great Chachamim of yesteryear. We're trying to grapple and find about the history of all the different great countries, which maybe not enough people, especially Jewish people, are looking into in modern day here in the middle early parts of the 21st century. It was great to learn the history of all these countries. Hit the like and subscribe to the channel over here. Like the videos, share the videos, and please just be well, everyone. And wishing you blessings here from Israel. Take care.